Hey, it's the Core Gameplay. This video is a beginner's guide on how to fly in Star Citizen. So I'm gonna show you the basics of flying and a few things that you need to know the first time when you jump into Star Citizen so that you can pilot your ship. So let's take a look at how you can fly your ship. First, we are going to need to call your ship. You're going to have to run up to these terminals or consoles and find your ship. I'm just going to choose one of the newest ships, the 100 series, so I'm going to go with this one. Once you call it, it will retrieve your ship for you. You can interact with the terminal by pressing F. So, Hangar 2. You are going to have to find an elevator. So, let's go find it. Here is our elevator. To interact with it, just hold F and click on the button. The elevator should come down. If it doesn't take too long. Here we go. Once inside, hold F and choose your hangar. We are hangar 2. Hopefully we end up with our ship. You can see our ship is there in the corner. Run outside and you should see our starter ship. Now let's enter it. Usually on the left side of the ship you can enter it. I'm holding F again. Open door. Your ship might be different, but this is just the one I'm using. Some entrances might be different. Once here, let me close the door and we should be good to go. Now to enter the seat, I'm just going to press F. Turn the ship on, we are going to hit R. This will power up your ship and make it flight ready. To actually leave the hangar, we are going to press F1. We are going to call the station. Going to go down here at Comlink. Go to Friends. Going to see Area 18 Landing Services. Press it. Should call the station. And you should get confirmation that we are ready to launch. Press F1 again to close the Mobiglass. Now the doors will open. To actually start flying, we are just going to hold spacebar a bit so that we can take off. Now I'm going to hold spacebar. To have a third person view of your ship, you can press F4 and you'll see that the landing gear is out. I'm moving around by holding Z. Now to put your landing gear away, you're going to press N. And you should be good to go. To go back to first person view, press F4 again. And now to move forward, just hold W. Just be careful. Now we are at area 51, so we're going to have to find the spline. Usually it's behind us. Let's just look for it. Just going. There is the spline. Area 51 has this spline. Not all areas has it, but this one does. This is why I chose the area for in case you spawn here. Now we're going to have to fly through it. I'm just pressing spacebar to go a bit upwards so I can align my ship. Now I'm going to press D to strafe a bit right and V to move forward. Still strafing right by holding D and now to move forward. Now I am going to take us to space out of atmosphere so that I can show you exactly how to fly so that we can take our time without being interrupted. Plus it will teach you how to quantum travel when I go to space. Now just fly through the spline. Just keep it in the lines. If you don't, your ship might blow up. So this is why this is important. Ooh, I'm talking too much. I'm not concentrating. You can go a bit faster by pressing shift and your ship will boost, but just be careful to not overheat your thrusters. Now we just exited it, we are fine. Now we can go to space Let me just point my ship upwards so that we can go to the station that's close by. Now 90 degrees. I'm just going to autopilot by pressing C. C will put you into cruise control, so you don't have to hold in W to go forward. Now I'm going to open my Mobiglass by pressing F1. Going to set a course for the nearest station by pressing on Skyline. To zoom in here, press Z, press F1 again, and we should see the station on our hub. There is the station. Now we want to travel to it so we don't have to fly to it. To spool our quantum drive, we're going to hit B. Now we're not out of atmosphere yet, but we will be soon. So let's just go a bit faster until we exit the atmosphere. This will take a minute since the ship is quite small, but we should be careful so that other ships don't blow us up. Now the quantum drive is spooling. Once it is done spooling, we're going to hold in B, and we should fast travel to it.
Quantum drive deactivated.
Once we are here, we can finally start teaching you how to fly your ship. So to start with, to go forward is W, which I already discussed. To go backwards is S. It is going to take a minute. It's S. To strafe to the right is D, and to strafe to the left is A. You're going to see on your screen it is going to be a little arrows that's pointing inwards. It means your ship is going forward, and those arrows will always show you where your ship is headed. For example, if I strafe a bit right, you're going to see the arrow is moving to the right. This shows you in which direction your ship is heading. Now let's talk about the limiter. The limiter is quite important in Star Citizen. This will limit how fast your ship can go. Now each ship is different, but your limiter will tell you how fast you can go, and you will see there's a little red line. If your limiter goes past this red line, it means your ship will lose a bit maneuverability, but it is not the worst thing in the world. So let me show you. Once I go forward, you're going to see my limiter is going to stop me from going over that little red line. But if I scroll with the mouse wheel, I can actually increase the limiter, and I can go over the red line, and you'll see my speed is going into the red. All that this means is that your maneuverability is affected, but your ship won't be destroyed. It's nothing bad, it's not burnout or anything. It just means you have less maneuverability. Usually in combat you want to be in the blue zone, which gives you more maneuverability. Okay, so to actually quick stop or space brake, you can press X. It will activate your thrusters or boosters so that you can stop quickly. This is quite important. If you're going to crash into something, just press X and you should be good to go. Usually it will stop you, but you are using boost, so be careful, you might burn out your engines. To go fast really quick, you can press W, and then you can press Shift to boost. Now this will use boost, and your engines can burn out if you do it too much, so just be careful. Another maneuver that you can do is the flip and burn, and this will stop you quicker since you're using your main engines to stop. So I'm gonna stop the regular way where I use space brake, which is X. Let's say I go forward and I'm going to use X. I'm just gonna go third person and I'm using X. Now you're going to see my thrusters in the front is activating to stop me. But if I want to stop a bit faster, I can actually go forward. I can hit V, which will decouple me. I can turn. Decouple basically means my ship is still going forward, and I can just press Shift, which will use my main thrusters to stop me. Now it might seem a bit weird, but let me tell you how to use decouple. So let's say my ship is moving forward and I press V to decouple, my ship will continue moving forward even though I'm not pointing that direction. Because it is space, you don't really need thrusters. You will use momentum to go forward without using boost or anything else. Right now I'm not even holding W to go forward because I am decoupled. That is just a little nuance of how to fly, and that's basically all that you need to know for flying. But how do you land and how do you repair your ship? Well, let's go to the station and I'll show you. Oh, a few things that I forgot about flying. You can also go up and down. You can go up by holding spacebar. Your ship will start pointing upwards. As you can see, the cursor is at the top. Let me just space brake by pressing X. And if you want to go downwards, you can press Control and your ship will start going downwards. To do a barrel roll, you can press E to go right, to barrel roll right, and you can press Q to barrel roll left. This is quite important during a fight. I will make a combat guide soon, just after this video. Now to request permission so that you can land and prepare, refuel and repair your ship. We can just enter this zone, get a bit closer. Once here, we should be able to call it. Press F1, go to the comm link, trains, and we can call the station.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Now we get a landing bay. We can go to it. Take out your landing gear, you can hit N. It should take out your landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
Okay, we're good to go. Now all that I need to show you is how to repair your ship and how to refuel your ship. Let's just take it a bit slow here. We don't want to crash into the station. Hopefully we don't. Sometimes it can be a bit tricky if you don't pay attention. Now you can see we're upside down. I'm using scroll wheel to limit my speed so I don't go too fast. We're upside down, so I'm just going to use Q to roll a bit. I'm going to use Q to roll a bit. And we should be good to go. Now I'm using space.
Attention.
Go upwards.
I have been authorized to scan your vehicle for security purposes. Please halt your vehicle and stand by.
That's just the policeman. I'm going to hold N to land, to auto land.
Last chance. I'm authorized to use lethal force if necessary.
And we landed. Now it's going to scan my vehicle, I think, but I'm going to show you how to repair.
Everything checks out.
So F1 to prepare your ship or repair your ship. Go to this little range and we can restock our ship. Right now we only need to repair it, so we can just click on this, say confirm, and we should refuel. That's basically all that you need to know about your ship. Last thing is you can get out of your seat by pressing Y. You can also turn off your engines by pressing I, which is really good for when you're landing in the atmosphere. Now we can get out of our ship and this should be good to go. Hope you enjoyed this video. This was just a basic Star Citizen tutorial on how to fly your ship. If you did enjoy it and I taught you something, please give it a like, and if you want to see more videos like this, then you can subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.